Number 1. The charging case drains too damn quickly. Number 2. It's IPX2. But the complaints end there. This is a great earbuds. You should buy. And don't forget to use the affiliate links.
Just kidding, guys. I'm sure you want to know all about the Galaxy Buds Plus, right? We're going to talk about all that, but right now you're listening to one of the feature of Galaxy Buds Plus, and this is recording a video with the Buds Plus as the microphone source, and I'm recording on the Note 20 Ultra right here. Oh, my goodness, I'm sorry, it's kind of raining. Let's go back inside. But yeah, this is like talk about the situation like where you want to vlog with the phone and you can instantly get better audio. Come here. And you can instantly get better audio by just using the Galaxy Buds Plus. And yeah, this is, I think, will be much better than recording with just your phone. So this is the microphone quality of the Buds Plus. We'll test out the Buds Live later. And yeah, this is a little test. I hope this was useful. Let's go back upstairs and we'll talk about the Galaxy Buds right now.
Selamat pagi! Good morning everyone, Kenneth here, and this will be my first time reviewing something above $100. Am I excited? Yes, I am excited. To be exact, this Galaxy Buds Plus retails for $150, but as someone who usually reviews cheap earbuds, the first question that comes to my mind is, what is better here exactly? And I'm telling you, there are a lot. But before we talk about that, hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and a little disclaimer, I bought this Buds Plus out of my own pocket. So if you want to support the channel, please use the affiliate links down in the description below because that will help a ton. But of course, everything said here will be my honest and altered opinion. With that aside, let's talk about the most important aspect, the sound quality. Now, I've once said that Tranya B530 is better sounding than the Buds Plus, but having used this for a couple weeks now, I have to say, I was wrong. There's a noticeable step up in the separation of musical instruments, the vocals are more defined, and you can even play around with the EQ presets inside the app and find the sound you like the most. We'll save that for later. Let's talk about the plain normal EQ first. Let's take Enter Sandman by Metallica. When compared to LiveProtect Heavy, an earbuds below $100 that's highly regarded for its sound quality, the Buds Plus is still better in my opinion. Let me know if you think otherwise, but I said so because the Buds Plus delivers the same crystal clear mids and highs and manages to bring the bass slightly more to the mix, and in my opinion, it's the more complete picture of the song. Now, I think that's largely due to the fact that it uses what Samsung describes as two-way dynamic speakers, one tweeter and one woofer. This combination allows the Buds Plus to drive clear highs without loss of quality on the lower ends. Now, this setup is a very interesting one. We're going to talk about it later, but for now, let's talk about the soundstage. Let's get this straight to the point. Out of the box, I am not a fan of the normal sound signature. It's like everything is playing in a straight line, and even though it's pretty spacious, I feel like the vocals don't get enough focus in this mode, and using it for a whole week only confirms that. It's okay, but in my opinion, it's lacking something. Then, on my second week, I tried the other EQ presets and found this one that really suits my preference. If you have the Galaxy Buds Plus already, you know what it is. It is the dynamic equalizer. It shapes the sound into kind of a triangle where the vocals are front and center, then the instruments are playing around it. The cymbals are then opened up a bit, and this is now the sound that I like. It's really fun, it's really detailed, and yeah, I just enjoyed my time with the Buds Plus ever since. Yes, you could make an argument that it's better to have an EQ slider for those of you who want better control over the sound, but I think this should be good enough for most people. I think the selection are spot on, and when most people should instantly go for dynamic EQ, if you don't like the harsh trebles in the Buds Plus, you can set it to soft. And then clear and treble boost, it's alright. You can try it, see if you like it, but the only exception here, the bass boost mode. It doesn't really force the Buds Plus to go into bass overdrive mode. It doesn't make it any more punchier, not even close to the fun sound that I get from Tranya B530 or Soundpeats TrueShift 2. It just makes the whole thing muddy, honestly, so don't use it. So for sound quality, I don't talk too much about song examples here because there's nothing to compare it to. It's just really good. It crushes everything that I've tried so far in terms of detail, separation, definition, and I'm not joking when I said it's got all the good things about Light Protect Heavy, but better because it manages to bring out more bass. It's a good, balanced, and neutral sound in normal EQ, but once you put it to dynamic EQ, it changes the whole sound signature into a really engaging one. And yeah, I just love it so much. You should try it out. One thing to note, if you are a bass head, you should shy away from the Buds Plus. Otherwise, I think you'll love it. Now, let's move on to the next section, the build quality and fit. Remember the few things I said at the start? This case has a tiny 250 something milliamp hour battery inside the center here. So it's only good for another charge of the earbuds. And the earbuds are only IPX2. And these are my two main complaints, and I'm sure it's still fine for workouts, but take a look at the spec for IPX2. It doesn't make me feel secure in any way, so I think Samsung will just be better off not mentioning it, I guess. And also, this is a glossy finish case, so it will scratch and get oily very easily, but so far, I'm pretty impressed by how scratch resistant it is after throwing this into my bag to whatever desk that I'm on for weeks, and I can barely see any small scratches. I think that's great. Moving on, during my couple weeks using the Buds Plus, I really feel the attention to detail they've put into the design here. Starting with the case, the resistance of the lid here is just perfect. USB-C port for charging, support for wireless charging is awesome to use, and there are two colored LED lights in front here to let you know the battery of the case, green, yellow, red, and the one inside tells you if the earbuds themselves are charging or full. Now, taking the earbuds out is also really easy. I think they designed it in a way so you open the lid with your thumb and just do the same gesture again to take the earbuds out. Believe me, not every earbuds are easy to take out. Redmi AirDots S is the worst of the worst, and this is kind of like the best of the best, so that's great. Now, I can talk about the earbuds without mentioning how awesome it is on the inside. But before I tell you that, I can't overstate how small this earbuds is for the things that it packs. As you can see, it may be wider than a Halo earbuds, but it's not any much taller. So it doesn't stick out from your ear and get unwieldy like the Light Protect Heavy, Jabee's Firefly 2, just to name a few of the bigger earbuds out there. It's just basically a really comfortable earbuds with a crazy 85 milliamp hour battery inside. This thing can play music for 11 hours. And that's because all of this part on the outside here is basically all battery. Then you pack in the sensors, the 3 microphones. Where do the true drivers go? It's right here at the stem. Let's take a closer look at it. It doesn't look like your typical circular dynamic driver that usually earbud makers put under a transparent plastic. Don't mistake me, it looks cool, but those earbuds tend to be big and bulky. This one though, it's more like balance armatures? Correct me if I'm wrong here, but I think it is a huge reason why they're able to put in so much battery in such a compact earbuds. Talking about the fit, with the included wingtips here, it's basically your exercise buddy. It fits great, never felt too tight on me, it goes inside at just the right amount, and what's cool is this is the first wingtips that doesn't hurt. I've been trying to wear this for as long as I can. Hours and hours on end. Even when I'm not listening to music, I'm just testing its ambient sound mode. Never a single discomfort. What's even better is when you do find it to hurt you, as you can see in my unboxing video right here, there's a rubber ring that don't have any wing at all, so you can absolutely use that. And I haven't mentioned this yet, but this is the first time I've seen a metal mesh this good. and the ear tips themselves covers the mesh a little more, so it'll take a serious amount of earwax to get this thing dirty. Now, because there's still so much to talk about, I'm going to put everything else together in a section called the experience. First up, the time needed to pair to my Note 20 Ultra is lightning fast. It's just 3 seconds. Basically, the moment you open it, put it into your ears, it will be paired and ready to play any music. Pairing to an iPhone takes about 6 seconds, but that's still okay. It's about the same with other earbuds. Next up, the connection stability, and this is basically perfect, especially on Samsung devices because it uses Samsung scalable codec. Basically, it's like aptX Adaptive, where it can stream at higher bit rates for your high-res music files, or it can lower the latency for your gaming session. You can check out the latency right here, and even better, Bixby Routine will turn on gaming mode automatically when you're playing a game. That's really nice. And also, there's an Apple-like feature where Samsung devices under the same Samsung account will have the Buds Plus registered, so you can just tap on it and the Buds Plus will instantly switch devices, and I think that's awesome. But unfortunately, all these things are Samsung exclusive. So if you're using an iPhone or any Android that's not Samsung, the Buds Plus will revert back to AAC or SBC, and it'll behave like one. It's still great, it's still dual mode, but for the majority of people, there will be no aptX. This honestly is not a big deal for me, but I thought I should just let you know. Now let's talk about the controls. As you can see here, Samsung decided to go on a war with Google, at least on Samsung phones. The long hold gesture clearly frights Bixby, and this will change to voice command in iPhones. Maybe you can trigger Google Assistant if you don't have Bixby in your phone. And also there's an integration with Spotify, but I use Apple Music, so I'm sorry, I cannot comment on this one. For customization, you can only change the long hold gesture, and if you put one on volume up, the other one will always change to volume down. But I recommend not doing that because in the lab section, we have this double tap earbud edge option. Now this is turned off by default, so I recommend you turn it on right after you pair the earbuds, and the controls will be perfect. This lets the earbuds detect the vibration of a double tap, so you don't want to touch the sensor, but you just tap it on the side. And so far, I haven't experienced any single accidental triggers, even when I'm running, so don't worry, this is not your Halo T19. Also, the touch sensor is super responsive. You know that when you tap it, it responds right away. And there's a wear detection sensor. This is not for autoplay or pause, but it's used to completely turn the touch sensor and the ambient sound mode off when it's not worn. Now, about the ambient sound mode, there are 3 levels of audio pass-through that you can set in the app. And if that's still not enough, you can activate the extra high ambient volume settings in the left section. This will amplify the things around you. It's really cool. I'd recommend trying that at least once, but I usually use it in the high or medium settings, and I'd say these are usable. I use it a lot when I'm home, talking with my family, and when I want to talk briefly to a cashier, security guard, drive-through guy. But the best use in my opinion is when it automatically turns on during a phone call, so you don't feel like you're talking to yourself. You know, with this in-ear earbuds, you can hear yourself louder through bone conduction when you talk, right? So that effect is being minimized here, and I think that's really cool. But you have to keep in mind that it's not the best. It still feels like you're listening through a pipe. Try this right now and you can see that, you know, it kind of has that effect, and only the upper frequencies are passed through. So it's not really open like you're not wearing anything, but at least it works and I appreciate that it's there. Now, we're getting to the end of the video. If you're still sticking around, I would like to send you my thanks. Even when writing the script, it felt like forever to get up to this point, but we're almost done. Stretch yourselves a little bit, get something to drink while we check out the cold test of the Galaxy Buds Plus, and I tell you now, it is good. Alright, welcome everyone to the cold test. Right now you're listening to my iPhone 10 microphone. I'm about an arm's length away talking at, you know, a normal volume. And let's check out the Galaxy Buds Plus here. This one should be different from all the other earbuds I've tested because it has 3 mics. You know, the pricing, it should be good, yeah? So let's open it and it should start pairing to the phone. So just gonna put it on, and there you go. We are connected. Galaxy Buds Plus. What do you think of the sound quality? One microphone pointing inwards and two microphones to the back side and to your mouth. So that is really cool there. Let's go ahead outside and we'll see how it sounds. All right, so right now we are on the Galaxy Buds Plus. What do you think of the sound quality? We'll wait until a couple cars pass by and see if you can hear that. Wait for it. There will be some. And yeah, this is it. This is it. Can you hear that? Okay, so that is the call quality outdoors, of the Galaxy Buds Plus. I'm not shouting or anything. I'm just talking at the normal volume. Wow, a lot of car noises from right here. So yeah, does this perform any good? Does the noise cancellation really works? I think it should work. It better work. Galaxy Buds Plus. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Let's go back upstairs and we'll finish the video. Finally, as a conclusion, it's a very enjoyable time using the Galaxy Buds Plus. So much so, I'm thinking of keeping this as my main earbuds. Yes, the case battery doesn't last long. It's actually dead right now, but the earbuds will last, and 11 hours is basically forever. And I can easily charge the case by just dropping it on a wireless charger anyway, so it's not a big deal at all. And for the sound you get, the integration with the app, the flawless experience overall, the Galaxy Buds Plus is worth the money. And especially Samsung products goes on sale pretty often. So if you can find this below 150 bucks, go for it. And I'm taking into consideration the other earbuds as well. If you go from the cheaper earbuds, this will be an upgrade. And if you don't want to spend a ton of money to get AirPods Pro, Sony XM3, yes, you do miss ANC, but this is as feature-packed as earbuds can get for the price. It is a premium experience inside out. One last thing, if you use a Samsung device, do yourself a favor, put this on top of your list. You'll love it. Okay, so that's my full review of the Galaxy Buds Plus. What do you think of the review? Is it too long and I'm blabbering too much on the not important stuff, or you want me to keep this up? Because some of the things that I mentioned here may be some very small things and you may not even care about it, but I just found them fascinating. These are the things that you don't get on cheaper earbuds, and I would gladly save up and pay the premium for that. What about you? Let me know down in the comment section below. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter as well. I'll try my best to reply to you all. And thank you so much for watching. I'm Kenneth, and I'll keep this outro brief. I will see you in the next one. Bye. Sometimes I go blank while recording a video and this happened. I feel like the Galaxy Buds, especially if you can find it below. I feel like the Galaxy Buds